Plaintiff Megan Gowan says dating the defendant was the biggest mistake of her life. Megan claims the defendant is a master manipulator who has a way with words, and she's suing because she claims the defendant's dog attacked and killed her cat right in front of her son. Defendant Marwan Taher says Megan is a sexual freak, and she scared him off when she started saying, "I love you," after only dating for a short time. Marwan admits that he brought his dog to Megan's house, but insists Megan's negligence led to the attack. Marwan is countersuing for harassment.
Start with you.
I met Mr. Taher, and dating him was the worst mistake of my life. He has done nothing but...
When did you start dating?
The beginning of January.
Of?
This past year. He just has a way with words. He's a master manipulator, and he just knows how to rope people in.
So what was going on that made you believe that this was the worst mistake of your life?
Everything that he's put me through.
You want to tell me about it?
I do. We would go to Macy's, and he would just coerce the sales lady into giving him a discount. Just the way that
And what did that do to you?
It's just the way that he plays on the words.
No, I thought you were going to tell me the things he's done to you to make this the worst thing that ever happened to you.
When we started dating, I just got that gut feeling that he was cheating on me.
Okay.
The one morning I woke up to find a Facebook post on some other girl's page saying that he was her morning wake-up call with him sitting at the end of the bed.
So you believe he was cheating?
Yes. I confronted him on it, and he said, "No, she's crazy. I don't want to. She's just an ex. She's young. She doesn't know what she's talking about." So I believed him and took him back. He was coming home late all the time. He was jumping right in the shower when he got home. We weren't sleeping in the same bed. He went to Victoria's Secret and bought me something, put the bag on the table, and jumped in the shower. Well, I found the receipt only to find 7 items on the receipt and 2 items in the bag. When I asked him about it, "Oh, I bought that stuff for my daughter." His daughter's 14 years old. Who buys Victoria's Secret for their daughter?
Maybe he bought it for himself.
No, he told me it was his daughter, and at that point, I was like, "You need to go."
So cheating was the worst thing that ever happened to you?
Unfortunately not.
Okay, what else?
In January, he had brought
Same
over...
month you met him.
Same month I met him. He had brought over a Mastiff. Those dogs are very huge. I have 2 cats, and I told him, I said, "This is not a good idea." So he stood in the kitchen with the dog, and he
Okay, so you're telling me about the lawsuit?
Yeah.
Before we get to the specifics, I'm going to allow him to give some background.
Okay.
Let me hear from you, sir.
I've known her just right around 4 months. We've probably dated for about 2.5 out of that time.
Destroyed her life.
Well, this is what it was. She started using the love word.
After 2 months?
Within 2 months. It was probably before that. Like everything was moving so quick.
What did you say?
What's that?
What did you say?
I didn't. The first time, Your Honor, I didn't say anything. The second time, to avoid any arguments or anything, I responded with, "I love you too."
You didn't mean it, though.
No, I mean that's what I mean. Like, I might have used it.
Did you mean it?
No, Your Honor.
Okay.
But like I said, I just wanted to avoid the
I understand.
the arguments and
She may have harassed you the rest of the night. In the middle of whatever.
Yeah.
"Oh, I love you," and you don't say anything back. She stops.
Yeah, and that's what it was the first time.
Yeah. "You don't love me?" "Baby, we just met 2 months ago, and give us time. But I love you." I don't know what to say. I appreciate the love. What do you mean you appreciate the love? Do you love me or not?
That's how pretty much it was the first time.
So I understand. So I understand. Okay, baby, I love you. Fine. Can we just finish this? Go ahead.
Yeah, it was an awkward moment, but I mean, you know, she's not so innocent, Your Honor. Like I said, I mean, with the love thing, and then, you know, she's a sexual freak. You know,
oh yeah. That's a terrible thing. What was
Your
she
Honor,
doing?
she is no longer my girlfriend, so
I
wouldn't take offense of anything.
Wait,
but
can I interject?
Yeah.
Why
I wanna
was
hear
he
about that.
texting me last night to come over then?
Pardon me?
He was text messaging and calling me 22 times last night to come
22
over.
times text message. I think most
No, 22 times calling and
well, I
texting
got you,
me.
ma'am, and I think most men who had a sexual freak would do the same thing.
I'd be 50.
I'll be very honest. Dor said it'd been 50.
But,
Go ahead, sir.
So anyway, you know, she's like I said. I mean, she's not all innocent.
I got
mean,
you,
you
but
might
she
think
didn't
she's
catch
innocent.
you cheating, right?
What's that?
She didn't catch you cheating.
She never caught me. No, Your
Oh,
Honor.
gotcha. All right.
He was text messaging and calling me 22 times last night to come
22
over.
times text message. I think
No,
most
22 times calling and
well, I
texting
got you,
me.
ma'am, and I think most men who had a sexual freak would do the same thing.
I'd be 50.
I'll be very honest. Dor said it'd been 50.
Plaintiff Megan Gowan is suing her ex-boyfriend, who claims Megan is a sex freak. But Megan insists the defendant has called and texted her over 20 times since they've been in Chicago.
Let me hear from you about the loan and the emotional distress.
The emotional distress came first. Like I said, he had brought his very big dog to my house with 2 cats. He was standing in the kitchen and he just let the cat come up to the dog. Well, the dog had kind of lunged and he grabbed the dog, but the cat had swatted the dog in the nose. My son, this was his cat. I said, it's not a good idea. He said, no, it'll be fine. We'll put the dog in the bedroom with us. So the next morning, I had gone out to take a shower. The dog was in the bedroom, and I had gotten out and jumped in the shower. I came back, and I saw the dog kind of sitting at the door and like looking underneath the door because the cat was there. So I said, I better go lock the cats up. So as I went to go out, the dog had pushed by me and went after the cat. The one cat fortunately got away, but the other cat did not. The cat had jumped on the table in front of the window, and the dog just snatched the cat out of the air. And it was basically just a chew toy for the dog. I was screaming. He comes running out. My neighbors come running downstairs. I went to grab the cat and had gotten all mangled. I mean, there was blood everywhere. It looked like a massacre had happened. Unfortunately, my son saw all this.
How much are you asking for in emotional distress?
$1,500.
Okay. Sir, what do you say to this?
First off, Your Honor, I told her that, you know, the dog's gonna spend the night with us. She was kind of like a little iffy about it, you know, but wasn't anything that a little sex couldn't handle. I specifically said, do not open that door unless you wake me up. I said, you know, I can hold the dog, then you can go out. She decides to go out. She jumps in the shower. I'm still sleeping. She never woke me up. On her way back in, she opens the door. The dog's sitting there waiting.
Trying to escape the bedroom.
Exactly.
Dog could have gotten her.
Well, I mean, the dog was fine. You know, I mean, as far
I know.
as what, you know.
It's the cat. And that's not funny.
But, you know, like she said, you know, the dog had got out. That's when I woke up, when I heard all the noise. It didn't really work out for them. I tried to grab, I actually have a scar. I tried to separate the dog and the cat. But like I said, by the
Couldn't
time
restrain your dog.
I couldn't get, the cat kept scratching me.
Right.
Yeah, I
So
couldn't.
you couldn't restrain your dog.
Because the cat kept scratching the
Whatever
dog.
reason, you
No,
couldn't restrain it because of a little bitty cat, you say.
it wasn't a little cat.
It's not funny, folks. This isn't funny. I mean, he's trivializing this. This woman and her son saw her cat
Her son was
mangled.
sleeping, Your Honor.
Can I
yes.
say one more thing? Unfortunately, my son did see it. He did write a letter saying when he saw the blood in the hallway was when he locked himself in his bedroom because he was, he was afraid that the dog was going to come after him.
Loans. Tell me about that. You're suing for loans.
He had traffic tickets and a suspended license, and he was driving. I don't know the dates of these tickets. I just know they were outstanding, and it had come to the point where you're not paying, we're going to arrest you. So I had said, take my credit card, I will lend you the money to pay the tickets so you can get your license back. At that point, he agreed to pay for the tickets, but unfortunately never kept his end of the bargain.
And the total amount you loaned for the tickets were how much?
$18.50.
And he hasn't paid anything?
No.
All right. Sir, what do you want to tell me about the loans or the tickets?
Your Honor, she was buying me things, no problem, as long as she was getting it. You know, as far as the sex, there was no problem with her buying me stuff, paying for stuff. She was offering for everything. She offered
Like
me
what?
to. I mean, actually, this outfit that I have on, thanks to.
All right, $20. What else?
She was buying it. I was taking it. Why not? Thanks.
What'd you buy her?
I was buying her things too, as far as, you know, then taking her out.
Tell me.
Yeah, I bought her a couple of outfits. Bought her some
That true?
Victoria's Secret.
What type of outfit?
There was actually some jeans, and I took her to the mall, and I actually bought her some jeans and a shirt. I'd say within like the first 2 weeks that we actually started hanging out.
Did anything you're referring to, either purchases by you or her, amount to $18.50 or anything near that amount?
I would say it's probably around $1,000 that I spent within that few months.
On her.
As far as going out to eat, I was paying the bill. As far as like I
And
said,
she agreed to repay you for going out to eat?
no,
All right, so we're talking about the things she says you agreed to repay.
I never agreed to pay that back. She
Okay.
offered because, like I said, she.
Right. So you felt that she would give you $18.50 at one time. Not talking about cheap clothes and McDonald's. I'm talking about $18.50. Do you even work?
Yes, I work.
Why you have to live off a woman?
She was
getting
offering.
$18.50. So what? If you work and she works, you should say, no, honey, I'll take care of this. Why you got to get a woman to pay for your traffic tickets? You didn't show any concern for this cat. You got in here and trivialized it. You showed no sympathy.
As long as she was getting it, you know, as far as the sex, there was no problem with her buying me stuff, paying for stuff. She was offering for everything. She offered
Like
me
what?
I mean, actually, this outfit that I have on, thanks to.
All right, $20. What else?
Plaintiff Megan Gowan is suing her ex-boyfriend, who claims Megan is a sex freak. But Megan insists the defendant has called and texted her over 20 times since they've been in Chicago.
Let's get to the $3,000 for harassment.
Because she comes by my neighborhood, and as far as with my girlfriend that I'm with now, starting problems, harassing, asking people in the neighborhood, where am I, what am I doing?
What has she said to you?
Then she would see us outside, we'd be outside.
Give me a
and the
specific
girlfriend.
example.
The one time she came by, we were sitting in front of the house. She's driving past about 3 times. Eventually, she slowed down. You know, I kept saying, you know, what are you doing? What do you want?
While
And
she was driving?
she was driving past,
And,
past my house.
she could hear you, you yell, what do you want?
She wasn't driving that fast, Your Honor.
Okay.
She was driving slow. You
And
know,
what would she say when you
she'd
asked
slow,
that?
you know, slowly
Sounds
drive
like
past.
you were harassing her. You want some harassment money.
She lives.
Because he yelled at you while you were just driving up the street by your own admission.
She
Your
lives 20
harassment
minutes.
claim is dismissed. Your claim for emotional distress because of the killing of your cat is granted. And I don't believe this $18.50 was a gift to him. Judgment for the plaintiff.
She's gonna do her thing. I'm gonna do my thing, and that's just about it.